plan for today is to get out of Dodge, miss the roar and rumble of the first day of motorcycle week, and going to head north and spend the afternoon and evening and spend the night up at Bebbie and Bumpa's house. Always have a good time whenever I get together with these folks, so should be fun. I'm going to gamble on making the light, but odds are now officially against us, so we'll take the shortcut. Oh, I probably would have made it. Yeah, now that I've taken a shortcut and got around the light, we're now on Route 3 North, which we're going to follow most of the way up there, but Route 3 kind of takes a north when you have to go northwest, just have to get through Franconia Notch, and I'll be damned if I can remember what the route number is that we take to get through Franconia, but we're taking all back roads. I'm not going to bother with a highway. I don't think I'll get that far behind schedule that I need a highway to get up there. I left myself plenty of time. And so far, pleasantly surprised at how little traffic there is coming north out of Meredith. Because, yeah, this little stretch road can get a bit busy, but anyways. Yeah, with the number of cops there are in a state 4 bike week, it's not a good idea to be in any great rush, so we'll take our time and let some of the street Rossies go out and keep the law enforcement boys employed for the weekend. Anyways, Route 3 being the lazy road that it is, and like a lot of the bigger roads in New Hampshire, whatever, they tend to stay down in the valleys and go along by rivers and such, and they really tend to avoid all the hills. So at this particular corner, Route 3 is actually starting to head south where we want to go north, so we'll take this little shortcut here up over the hill, cut off about 5 miles, and rejoin Route 3 back over in Plymouth, where it's okay to just kind of follow the river up. We'll start out with a Pemmy, and then I don't know what river it turns into. I gotta break out the maps. Man, the wind is just gusting, unbelievable. You're on the highway, it'd be blowing you all over the place, even on this thing. So yeah, we'll stick to the valleys down here and the back roads, which have a little more protection from the trees. Ah, look at the mountains. Love it when the light hits on them like this. They all look different. More pictures of the mountains. Hopefully some of these come out, but figures as soon as I push the button, the good views go away. Sad part is my neck doesn't turn as far as I see with my eyeballs what I think you're seeing, and I get home and nope, that ain't it, because my neck doesn't turn that far anymore. Man, I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but the girl on the back of this bike up in front of me has some red freaking hair, let me tell you. Pretty fun watching her take her shirt off. It's like, keep going. Yep, I know you can see those mountains because they're straight in front of me. Yeah, just up the road here, a short piece, we're actually going to merge back with 93 to head through the Notch and go right past where the old man of the mountain used to be. Good Lord, the wind gathers up and funnels down through the Notch, and it's definitely coming from the north today. Good Lord, every now and then it literally almost lifts me off this thing. Big old pack of bikes coming back from somewhere. Don't know if I'll be able to turn my head enough, but Tepper's the Indian Head. The way things are nowadays, I'm surprised somebody hadn't complained about that, being called the Indian Head. Of course, I ought to keep my mouth shut because I might just giving some idiot the idea. Temperature's gone from 77, it went down to 69. We'll have to keep an eye on that to see what the low is, but anyways, this ledge that you can kind of see on the left, the old man of the mountain used to be on the other side of it. The mountain itself is Cannon Mountain. Yeah, shore is pretty through here. Well, it is its own little climate. Well, yeah, in my younger days, we actually used to, oh, we climbed this mountain. I've probably climbed it 15, 20 times. And a few times we'd go down and sit on the forehead of the old man of the mountain with our legs dangling over and looking down between your toes. And I forget, it's like 900 feet down to the lake or something. Profile lake down below you. It's like, okay, this is cool. But in geological terms, the time from I last sat on top of the old man to the time he fell off is less than the blink of an eye, so it kind of puts it in perspective. Tower you can see up on the top, you can get to that with a ride up the tramway and a short little hike, and you can see all over New England from up there. Yeah, this is amazing. God, these are all the people that are hiking up Lafayette. As I said, you used to be able to come out here and have the mountain to yourself. Now, nope. I'll have to see if I can find a picture, but from the tower last year we went up the tram and I took a picture of the top of Lafayette, and there was a line of people hiking across the ridge. Whenever I did it, I was by myself or with the one or two other people I was with, and that was it. We didn't see anybody else all day. Now there's a freaking waiting line. Sometimes you look close, there's rock climbers going up over the face of this. Great fun when we'd hike up around and be sitting there and they'd finally come crawling up over the top and you go, it's easier if you go this way. Those guys never see the humor in anything. Yeah, the old man used to sit right up there on that corner. You want a breathtaking experience, jump into that lake any time of year. I believe this one and the one just up the road, Echo Lake, are spring fed. Yeah, the reason my knees are as shot as they are, or a good portion of it's right here on the left. All these 5 front trails, it's Avalanche, Polly's, Zoomer, Rocket, and Gary's. God, I've been up and down that lift right there. Well, that's a new one, but thousands of times. Spent about 9 years skiing that mountain. Right up there, you might be able to see the people. That's Artist Bluff. People up to climb up there and with their easels and paints, and might be one of the most painted scenes in New England. Well, yeah, there's a good picture of those 5 trails. God, I spent a lot of hours on that mountain. Good times. Yeah, if the wind wasn't blowing so hard, I was going to pull in here and pop the drone up and take a look at it. But yeah, my poor little Mavic Air would struggle in the gust today. The old Peabody Lodge. Mom usually drive me and my sister and a couple other kids over here and drop us off and in the morning, and it was up to us to find a ride home. In Mittersill, this is actually where my sister and I really learned how to ski. But yeah, if we couldn't find a ride, Ma, come get us, but she'd be none too happy about it. She had her ways of letting us know. That's the North Country up there. Go over the hill that's right in front of us. We go into Bethlehem. Straight ahead will be Littleton, but before you get to Littleton, we go through Franconia. This road could use some paving. It was a little bumpy last year, but good Lord, it's loosening what's left of my fillings right at the moment. Yep, this be downtown Franconia. This Village House restaurant. God, this has been here for years. It's probably changed hands a few times, but God, that's been around. And Hillwinds, this little inn over here, they used to have the happening bar to go to, because back when I was a kid, the drinking age was 18, and I looked 18 enough that I could get in at 15. One of those stories you kind of glad your parents don't hear, but something tells me they knew. You grow up in this little town, or these little towns around here, and you did something stupid, well, most people had it figured out in a short time. Oh, something smells good. This little town hasn't changed much. A couple of buildings have been replaced with newer models, but and there might be a couple more of them, but other than that, it's still a quaint little New England town. Oh, Little League. Huh. That's funny. When I was a kid, real small, we had Little League games at this little school over here. We were from Bethlehem and Franconia and Lisbon, so we had a 6-team league. Oh, Mount Eustis right over there. I think it's still just a rope tow. I don't know if they put a T-bar in. They just got it running a couple years ago, but high school, that's where the ski team trained, and we'd often be out there before they figured that everybody else figured there's enough snow to open a rope tow, so we'd have to hike up and down to run our gates. It was part of our dry land training. You get in shape hiking up and down. Well, I'm going to be a little bit early to Bebbie and Bumpa. They should be there at 2. I think they're out and about somewhere. Actually, they said be there by 2, so maybe I'm not too early. But anyways, I got my chair and some beer, so I can make do. We often have gatherings at the Grill. Great little restaurant. If you're ever in Littleton, highly recommend it. Dog is just all kinds of upset with me.